My name is David Subran. I am Chaguanas born. I am very acquainted with the sugarcane industries and life in central Trinidad. There are various narratives on this event, but the point is that there are certain artifacts that remain, such as the broken down pedestal on which the statue was built. But we will go into that later. The setting for this story is Forest Park Estate around the turn of the century, somewhere around the 1900s or 1910 there. There were white overseers, and this white overseer had a daughter that he loved very much called Maria. And as she grew up, he took her riding over the hills, and she enjoyed the company of her father, the overseer, and also he was very close over a month or so, and enjoyed it will be in bloom. The overseer operated on Forest Park Estate, a sugar cane plantation and also sugarcane factory. Over the years, Maria grew up and blossomed into quite a vivacious young lady, aged 18 or so, when she happened to meet one of the laborers on the estate who was an indented Indian, and she fell hopelessly in love with him. They used to meet clandestinely among the various rows of sugarcane, and one day her father stealthily observed her in the arms of this young man. He became enraged, forgot all his love for her, and simply wanted to destroy this man who was trying to defile his daughter. And he went through many things in his mind. He did not want to commit himself to killing the young man personally, to spend his life in jail or other such consequence. So he thought about a solution. In those days, Trinidad and Tobago was a quite different place to today, where there is more freedom. People had great respect and fear for white people, and especially estate overseers mounted on their horse. They attracted a great deal of esteem, and people were quite willing to do anything they demanded. So Maria's father approached some ruffians who were well known to do violent acts for a small fee. And he hired these long-time hitmen, as it were, to destroy Maria's lover, the indentured boy. They took the job and they planned to kill the boy. However, Maria got wind of her father's plans and became enraged and also very concerned for the welfare of the boy. So she set off to warn him. Maria hurriedly passed through forested areas barefooted on the traces through the rough terrain on her way to warn her lover boy. And here in this forested area, near some balize plants, a mapapi snake struck and bit her, and she lay there and died. When Maria's father was confronted with the lifeless corpse of Maria, he regretted all his previous actions and simply revived the memories of the happy times they had together. He grieved and he prayed and thought that he should commemorate the life of this daughter. So he got his workers to build a pedestal on the hill near to where they lived. And on this pedestal, the various artisans produced a statue of Maria leaning over the hills. With the passage of time, part of this statue was broken off, since it perhaps was not well reinforced. However, the remnants remain there. And later on, a highway was built alongside that hill with the statue. After the highway was built, 4-lane highway, with which there was a bend in the road near the statue, there were rumors of a ghost haunting that particular area. The ghost was dressed in white, and the wind going through the cane tree fields seemed to sound like a voice saying, "Maria, Maria." And drivers became fearful and often had difficulties in keeping their vehicles under control. A few were not successful, however, and ran off the road. And very recently, one person drove to his death in that area after seeing this ghost. So Maria lives with us in our memory, and all we can do is to reflect and consider what took place more than 100 years ago at this particular point in Trinidad and Tobago. Thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned for other narratives which I may find interesting to viewers.